In the name of Allah, most merciful and most gracious, and all the blessing and peace be upon our Prophet, peace be upon him. Here we are talking about the Ayyamu at-Tashriq. Before that, we are talking about Tawaf al-Ifada. Tawaf al-Ifada is among the pillars of Hajj, without which Hajj is incomplete. After stoning the large pillar on Eid morning, the pilgrim goes to Mecca to do 7 circuits of Tawaf. This is the name of Tawaf, is Tawaf al-Ifada. After that he does 7 trips of Sa'i if his Hajj is Tamattu, or if he didn't perform Sa'i after Tawaf al-Qudum in Qiran or Ifrad. It is permissible to delay Tawaf al-Ifada even past the days of Mina. This is the days of Mina is Ayyam al-Tashriq. And upon his return to Mecca after stoning the pillars. Once the pilgrim has completed Tawaf al-Ifada, he or she is freed from all the restrictions of Ihram, including material intercourse and including marital intercourse. Ayam al-Tashriq, this day is beginning with the eve of the 11th of Dhul Hijjah. After performing Tawaf al-Ifada on the day of sacrifice, the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, the pilgrim should return to Mina to spend the nights that precede the 3 days of At-Tashriq, or at least 2 of the night for those who plan to leave after 2 days. This is in accordance with the words of Allah. The exalted واذكروا الله في أيام معدودات فمن تعجل في يومين فلا إثم عليه ومن تأخر فلا إثم عليه لمن اتقى واتقوا الله واعلموا أنكم إليه تحشرون. And remember Allah during specific number of days. Then whoever hasten his departure and 2 days, there is no sin upon him. And whoever delays unto the 3rd, there is no sin upon him for him who fears Allah. And fear Allah, and know that unto him you will be returned. During the 3 days on should, and this is 3 days, it's very important to know, stone the 3 pillars after the decline of the sun from its meridian on each of the days he is staying in Mina. Between brackets, the through of peoples after az-zawal. And the second, say Allahu Akbar with each people thrown. The third, mention and praise Allah often and supplicate abundantly after the first and the second of Jamarat. The fourth, remain calm and serene. The fifth is very important, avoid pushing, quarreling, and disputing. After the stoning of pillars, al-Rami, we have to declare some rites of Hajj. It is the Sunnah act for the pilgrim to stand following the stoning of each of the small and medium pillars, face the Qibla, raise his hand, and supplicate with any dua that comes to mind for yourself, for your parents, for your sons and daughters, for your wife, for everybody from Muslims all over the world, without troubling anybody or without body pushing. However, after the stoning of the large pillar, Jamratul Aqaba, he shouldn't stop and supplicate. Again, supplicate after the first and the second Jamrat. After Jamratul Aqaba, there is no supplicate. Whoever intends to hasten his departure after the 2 days should stone the 3 pillars soon. Then he should leave Mina before sunset. Again, then he should leave Mina before sunset. If the sun sets and he is still in Mina, he should remain and spend the third night there, performing Rami the following day. If he has prepared to leave but is delayed, the last rite of Hajj, Tawaful Wada', the farewell Tawaf. After leaving Mina, having completed all the pillars and requirements of Hajj, the pilgrims return to Mecca for a final tawaf around the Kaaba. The farewell tawaf, Tawaful Wada', should be on the final rite at the sacred house, in compliance with the order of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Let no one of you leave until his last rite is at the house. This is narrated by Al-Bukhari and Muslim. Tawaf al-Wada' is the last requirement of Hajj, which is performed by the pilgrim immediately before traveling to his home country. No one excused from the farewell tawaf except menstruating and postpartum women. Postpartum women. The pillars and requirements of Hajj. Pillars of Hajj are four. The first Ihram, the second standing, staying at Arafah, the third Tawaf al-Ifada, the fourth Tawaf al-Wada'. Requirement of Hajj, assuming Ihram from the Miqat. The second is staying in Arafah until the sun has set. We are talking again the pillars and requirements of Hajj. أركان وواجبات الحج. Pillars of Hajj are four. Ihram, the first, the second standing, staying at Arafah, the third Tawaf al-Ifada, the fourth as-Sa'i. Requirement of Hajj are seven. Assuming Ihram from the Miqat, the second staying in Arafah until the sun has set, the third staying in Muzdalifah, the fourth staying in Mina on the nights preceding days of Tashriq, fifth stoning the pillars al-Rami, sixth shaving or cutting the hair, seventh the farewell Tawaf al-Wada'. And in the final of this rites and diary, in the final talk about the rites and the rituals of Hajj, the diary of Hajj, as our Prophet, peace be upon him, made, and he, our Prophet, peace be upon him, said, take the rites of Hajj from me لتأخذوا عني مناسككم لتأخذوا عني مناسككم. I praise to Allah to accept from all of us and from all Muslims come everywhere to make Hajj, and I pray to Allah and supplicate Allah to return for Hajj many times year after year. And finally, all the thankful for our group of حملة الأطياف and for the authorization and inspiration of this حملة. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.